Welcome to our Media Center!
Hi students, and welcome to the Cowan Road Elementary School Media Center. We are so excited you decided to stop in today and learn a little more about what we have to offer. Whether you are interested in learning more about books and computers or our reading areas, there is always lots to do and see in our Media Center. Whenever you come to the Media Center, the first thing you need to do is sign in. Let's get ready to learn how we can find what we are looking for in the different areas of our Media Center. Within our Media Center, there are several areas that we will learn about today. Let's begin with one of our most abundant resources, books. Among the many books we have, there are 6 main sections, each offering a different type of book, and we have a section just for magazines. First, we will learn about our easy books, then we'll move on to fiction, nonfiction, books for everybody, biography, and reference material sections. Pay attention as we discover what each of these sections has to offer. We'll review these again at the end and see if you can help figure out where some of these books belong. This is what is called the easy section. Here are books that consist mostly of pictures. These books are intended for young readers, but can also be a quick, fun read for our older readers. The books here may be fictional, meaning they are made up by the author, or nonfiction, meaning they are true stories. Most often, these readers will be made up by the author. Books in the easy section are arranged alphabetically by the author's last name. So let's say you were looking for the book Splish Splash. You would need to look in the C section because the author's last name, Carr, begins with a C. So as we find our book, there are some important things we need to pay attention to. Here we can see the call number of our book. Every book in the Media Center has a call number. For Splish Splash, the call number is ECAR. This is because the book is in the easy section and is written by Jan Carr. Looking for our call number is important for a few reasons. First, it helps us locate our book. It is also important that we pay attention to our call number when books are put back on the shelves. That way, it is in just the right place for the next person to be able to find it and read it. Now, let's explore the fiction section. Books in this section contain stories that are not true. They are made up by the author. Usually, fiction books are chapter books and are used by older students. They are often longer stories and contain far fewer pictures than the books we can find in the easy section. Books in the fiction section do share some similarities with those in the easy section. They are arranged in alphabetical order by the author's last name, and they are also not true or made up. In the fiction section, the call number will begin with an F. This represents the word fiction. Below this section, the first few letters of the author's last name will be displayed, just like we saw with books in the easy section. But in the fiction section, books are alphabetized completely by the author's last name. Let's compare and see what you have learned so far. Look at these 2 books. Can you easily tell which is a picture book and which is a fiction book? How can you tell? If you could tell that the picture book was the more colorful book with very few words and pictures taking up most of the page, and you could identify the fiction book as the one with black and white pages and mostly all text, you are correct. Remember, both the easy section and fiction section contain books that are not true, have call numbers that use the author's last name to sort them alphabetically on the shelves, but they contain very different stories in length and age appropriateness. Our fiction section looks like a U if you could see it from the ceiling. The easy section is located near the desk by the front door. We also have a third location where you can find fiction books. These are books that are not easy books. They go up to all levels for upper grades as well, but they're not chapter books. We call this the Everybody section. It is on the shelves near the blue reading loft. Let's continue on our tour by taking a look at the nonfiction section. Nonfiction books are true and are used to gather information on a particular subject. Unlike the other two categories we have looked at, nonfiction books are shelved in numerical order by subject or topic. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize or organize books in this section by grouping them in sets of 10. To help us easily locate nonfiction books, markers are used to direct our search. For example, if we were looking for a book about our school mascot, a colt, we would look around at the end of the 500 section. 590 is for animals and insects. Don't worry about knowing what each group of numbers in the nonfiction section represents. We have a wall display set up that will help you on your way. Also, don't forget to use the shelf markers, those numbers that are at the top of each shelf. Now it is time for us to visit the biography section. A biography is a true story about someone's life, written by someone else. Biographies have their own call number, 921 in the Dewey Decimal System. In the biography section, we will find stories about presidents and inventors, actors and athletes, and lots more people you have probably heard of. In our Media Center, biographies are housed right beside the nonfiction section. To the left of our biography section, we have magazines that can be looked at as well. These are not available for students to check out, but if you have free reading time, you can come in, select a magazine, and sit down for a little while to read it. Close to our nonfiction section, we come to the reference section. Here you will find encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases. We also have globes that are located in the back corner. These materials are very special and have to be used inside the Media Center. They are not allowed to be checked out, but are for everyone to share. Let's examine what each of these reference materials have to offer. Encyclopedias are books that span many volumes and tell us true facts and information on various subjects. The call number on an encyclopedia, like any book within the reference section, is an R. Also, you will see that the encyclopedias are numbered and lettered. This information is used not only to keep the books in order, but also to help you find information that you are looking for. For example, if you are looking for information on dogs, you would look for the volume that has the letter D printed on the spine. Next in our reference collection, we come across our dictionaries. Dictionaries come in all shapes and sizes. There are student dictionaries, pocket dictionaries, and even dictionaries on certain subjects. No matter which type you pick up, they all have a few things in common. First, the words are always arranged in alphabetical order. Also, the word you are looking up will usually be printed in bold with the definition following. In some dictionaries, they will have a guide that shows you how to say the word correctly. We have several types of dictionaries in our Media Center. Atlases and globes are also available within our Media Center. These are useful in looking at different places around the world. An atlas is a book that contains a group of maps, often showing different angles or views of an area. A globe is a map that is round and spins. Spin the globe, place your finger on an area to stop the spinning, and see where you've landed. Now, imagine you are taking a trip there. What do you see? You can learn a lot about another state or country simply by knowing where it is located. That completes our reference section. Now let's review. All information found in the reference section is true, also called nonfiction. Encyclopedias, dictionaries, and atlases can all be found in our reference section. Globes are located near the back wall on the top of the shelves. Reference materials are not allowed to be checked out, but are allowed to be used in the Media Center. That completes our tour of the book sections. We have looked at easy books, fiction books, nonfiction books, books for everybody, magazines, biographies, and reference material. But wait, that's not all we have in our Media Center. Let's take a look at some of the other resources we have right here at Cowan Road Elementary. Our Media Center also has 9 computer workstations available for you to use. Whether you are taking an AR test, looking up a book to check out by using our Destiny system, or creating a project for class, this area is always lots of fun for students. Once you have selected your book or completed your assignment, there are a few comfy reading areas throughout the Media Center that you'll be able to use. Tables, beanbags, and colorful rugs are all places you can spend some free time reading. Everyone loves the reading loft too. Be sure to check out all of the great places we have to read. Speaking of checking things out, we don't want to forget to visit the circulation desk to check out your book. To do this, you'll need to have your library card and books ready. Hand both of these to Miss Tolan or Miss Privet and they'll scan both. And don't forget to sign out before you leave the Media Center. Don't worry if you don't remember the order. Someone will be glad to help you. Once you have finished reading your book, you will need to return it to the Media Center so it can be checked back in and placed back on the shelves for other students to find and read. To do this, you simply place your book in the book drop. We have now completed our tour of the Cowan Road Elementary Media Center. Let's see if you can use what we have just learned to help answer a few questions. In which section would we find a book that is not true, also called fiction, that contains mostly pictures and very few words or text? If you said, in the easy section, you're correct. Let's try another one. What is the name of the special section located within the nonfiction or true section that contains stories of people's lives? Did you say in the biography section? If so, you are right. Finally, once you have found a book that you want to read, what do you need to have to check it out? Yes, if you said your library card and the book, you're correct. We hope you have enjoyed your visit to the Cowan Road Elementary School Media Center. Please come back anytime.